So here is another question that we have to solve. This question came out in Oyo State Mathematical Association of Nigeria Olympiad. So that is senior category, Zonal competition 2026. So this is question number, this time we are given 5 questions to solve. And this is one of the questions that we are given to solve, which is question number 5. Now, we are required to find the coordinate of the center of the circle. We give the circle with this equation: x squared plus y squared minus 4y minus 3x. So minus 3x, okay, it's minus 3. Minus 3 equals to 0. This has no s. Also, they are to find the radius of the circle. That is B Roman figure 1. Roman figure 2, find the quotient of the tangent at the point 3 and 3. Then C, find the points where the circle cuts the x-axis and the y-axis. Now, you don't need to memorize the formula for equation of the circle before you can solve this question. All you need to do is, if you can divide, or you know the meaning of a circle. What is a circle? A circle is the locus of a point which is equidistant from a given point. So a circle is the locus of a point which is equidistant from a given point. When you have a point, now from this point, any line that you draw a line here, you draw a line here, this line from this point to this point, and from this point to this point, so has the same value from here. Then we are trying to define a circle that the locus of a point which is equidistant from a given point. Now, join this point together, you are going to form a circle. That is the meaning of a circle. From a fixed point, the locus of any point which is equidistant from a fixed point. So that is what is meant by a circle. And with the knowledge of coordinate geometry, so that is for finding the distance of a length, or the length of a given distance. That is, we are given 2 points that take, for instance, you want to calculate, you are given coordinate A and that of coordinate B, and the question asks you to determine the length of AB. So we are going to apply that knowledge in solving this question. So that is the A part. With this given equation, x squared plus y squared minus 4y minus 3 equals 0. So we have a circle. This is our circle now. From the center to any part of the circumference is said to be the radius, r. Now, to define this circle now, we have a center here. Then we have another point. Then let's take this point as s, y. And here we have a center of the circle here. We can use any letter of our choice to determine or to denote the center O, the coordinate. Let's take A and B. That is, we have to find A and B. With the knowledge of coordinate geometry, the distance between this point, let's say we have O, then we have A. Between O, then we have the radius of it. And from the center to any part of the circumference is said to be the radius of a circle. And that is what defines a circle. That is the locus of a point which is equidistant from a fixed point. Now, the distance OA or AO, as the case may be, equals to the square root of, take this one to be x2, y2. This to be x1, y1. So in this case, we have x2 to be, so the formula is x2 minus x1 raised to power 2 plus y2 minus y1 raised to power 2. So when we simplify, we have OA, which is the radius of the circle now, equals to, we have x squared, that's x2, we are using x, we have x minus x1, we have y. Okay, this is x2, x1 is A, we have A, then squared, plus, in this case now we are going to substitute y for y2, y, then b for b1, b raised to power 2, then the square root. So therefore, the radius now, or let's take the square on both sides, r squared, the square root will cancel that, equals to, this will lead to, we have x minus a squared plus y minus b squared, where a and b are the center of the circle. Now, with this given question or equation, now we are going to rewrite in form of this. so that we can obtain this the center, which is the coordinate A and B, as the coordinate of O with abscissa A and ordinate B. Now in this question that we are given here, we have x squared plus y squared minus 4y minus 3 equals 0. Now since there is no term in x, that means here we are going to take this one to be 0. When you take 0 from any number, you are going to have that number, or from any letter, we have this to be this. Now plus y, we are going to use knowledge of complete square method to factorize this. We have y, the half of this is 2. That is, we have minus 2, then squared. Then when this is expanded, you are going to have y squared plus minus 4y, then plus 4. Now plus 4 is being added to this. Therefore, we are going to take away 4 from it. So to obtain this now, by taking away 4, when this is expanded, you are going to have y squared minus 4y, then plus 4. Then we are going to take away 4 from this to obtain the same result. Then we have minus 3 here equals to 0, which implies we have x minus 0 raised to power 2 plus, then we have y minus 2 raised to power 2 minus 4 minus 2 will be minus 7 equals to 0. That implies by taking 7 to the other, minus 7 to the other side, we have x minus 0 raised to power 2 plus y minus 2 raised to power 2 equals to 7. So compare this with this now. So when this is compared with this, we have x minus a raised to power 2 plus y minus b raised to power 2 equals to r raised to power 2. It implies that, so this 7 can be written as square root of 7 raised to power 2. So when you compare r equals to root 7, in case of necessity, we have to find the radius, but we are not asked to find the radius here. So when this is compared, a equals to 0, and when this is compared to this, b equals to 2, and r equals to root of 7, without using the formula for the equation of the circle, and we have obtained this with general knowledge on the coordinate geometry. We have this. So therefore the center now, O, center of the circle, which is a comma b, equals to, then we have O, which is 0 comma 2, which is the center of the circle. That is number 1. That is a. B. Now the b part, Roman figure 1, find the radius of the circle. That we have obtained the radius. So from the information we have, the radius of the circle equals to square root of 7. So we have obtained the radius of the circle. Then now Roman figure 2. B, Roman figure 2, we want to determine the equation of tangent at point root 3. Then we have root 3 comma 3. Now when you have, let's say this is a circle. This is the circle now. This is the circle, and we have the, let me draw a small circle here for clarity's sake. From this point, we have root 3. We want to obtain the equation of this target. So a target is a line that touches the external part of the circle, while a normal is a line that touches the internal part of the circle. So, and if any line is drawn from the center to the target, it will meet at 90 degrees. So, but in this case now, the equation of this line and the equation of circle, they have the same gradient. But if it is normal to any circle, if we gradient of normal multiplied by the gradient of the circle will give us minus 1, because the normal the circle, which is equal to the gradient of target, when you multiply their gradient together, you are going to have minus 1, because the lines are perpendicular. So, and when you have two lines that are perpendicular, the gradient of one line multiplied by the other one, you are going to obtain minus 1. That's according to coordinate geometry. Now, in this case, we are given the equation of the circle to be x squared plus y squared minus 4y minus 3 equals 0. Now, to determine the equation of this line, so we need to obtain the gradient of the circle, which is equal to the gradient of this line. And we pick another point on the line. So we are going to pick another point on the line to generalize it. So the equation must be with letter x and letter y. That is in general now. That is the meaning. So we take another point on the line. We are using the coordinate x, y. Now, but here to determine the gradient of this equation, that is equation of the circle, we are going to differentiate with respect to x. When you differentiate, you are going to have 2x. When it's differentiated, you have 2y. Then we have the y, then the x. Because we are differentiating with respect to x. When it's differentiated, you have 4 dy dx. This is a constant. Differentiating this will give us 0. Then you have 0. Now taking 2x to the other side, we have 2y the y, the x, minus 4 the y, the x, equals to minus 2x. So when the y, the x is factorized out, you have 2y minus 4 equals to minus 2x, which implies the y, the x, we are dividing both sides of the equation by 2y minus 4. We have minus 2x divided by 2y minus 4. Now, we obtain the gradient. Now, therefore, the m1 of the circle equals to m2 of the target. So now, the m1 now, which is for the circle, we are going to substitute because at this point now, this is the value of s. We are substituting for s, which is root 3. Then we are going to substitute for y2. We are using 3. Now we have m1, which is equal to m2. We have minus 2. Then whenever you see s, you put root 3 there. We have root 3. Then divided by 2y. Whenever you see y, you put 3. Because this indicates that s equals to root 3, y equals to 3 to determine the gradient. Then we have 2 into 3, the value of y. Then minus 4, which equals to minus 2 root 3 divided by 6 minus 4, that will be 2. We have 6 minus 4 here, which is 2. So which implies that we have minus 2 root 3 divided by 2. So which will be root 3. Now this is the gradient we are using for solving the equation. Remember the formula for equation of a line. We have y, we can use this equation, this general formula for equation of a line. Ms plus c, where c is the intercept. So whenever s equals to root 3, y equals to, because at this point with the gradient minus root 3, this is n. Y equals to, that is s equals to root 3, y equals to 3. We substitute 3 equals to m, which is minus root 3x plus c. Then we want to determine, don't forget s equals to root 3 too. We have to determine the intercept. We are going to multiply by root 3. Then plus c, which implies 3 root 3 by root 3 will give us 3. Then we have minus a plus c, which implies c equals to 6. 3 is coming here, minus a will change to plus 3, then 3 plus 3 will give us 6. You have the intercept to be 6. Therefore, the equation will now be y equals to m minus root 3, then plus minus root 3 multiplied by x plus c. This is the equation of the circle now, the equation of the target to the circle. That is B Roman figure 2. Now C, we want to determine C. Now to determine this, you want to find the points where the circle cuts the x-axis and y-axis. Now the point at which the circle cuts the x-axis with this given equation, x squared plus y squared minus 4y minus 3 equals 7. So the circle will cut the x-axis at the y-axis at x equal to 7. So that is where the point at which the circle will cut the y-axis. But the circle at which the circle will cut the x-axis will be at y equal to 0. When y equal to 0, substitute, you have x squared. Then this will be plus 0 squared minus 4 by 0 minus 3 equal to 0. When you simplify, you are going to have x squared to be, so 3 is coming in, we have 3, which implies x equals to root of 3. So this is the point where the circle cuts the x-axis. Now, we want to determine the point where it cuts the y-axis. So, the point at which the circle cuts the y-axis, we are going to set x to 0. X equal to 0. We have 0 here, 0 squared plus y squared minus 4y minus 3 equals 0. Which leads to quadratic equation y squared minus 4y minus 3 equals 0. It implies that we are going to solve for this for y using quadratic formula. Y equals to minus b is minus 4, plus or minus square root of b, that is square root of b squared minus 4 squared, quadratic formula, minus 4a 1, then c minus 3 divided by, we have 2a, that will be 2 by 1, 2 times 1. So y equals to 4 plus or minus square root of 16, then plus 12 divided by 2. So when you simplify for that, we have 4 plus or minus, this will be root of 28 divided by 2. So y equal to 28, that means we can write that 4 by 7. Square root of 4 is 2. We have 4 plus or minus 2 root 7. We have 2 root 7 here divided by 2. which equals to, when we factorize that, we have 2 into 2 plus or minus root 7, then divided by 2. Do cancel this. So we have y to be 2 plus root 7, or y equals to 2 minus root 7. So now, we have to find the point where the circle cuts the x-axis and the y-axis. The circle cuts the y-axis at this point, that is. So the circle cuts the x-axis, which is, this is the point at which the circle cuts the y-axis. So y 2 plus root 7 or 2 minus root 7. While the circle cuts the x-axis at x equals to root 7. At that point, y is said to be 7. Now, this is the solution to the question we are given. So please like, comment, and share. If you have any questions, you can drop in the comment section. Thank you.